So hey, what's up guys? This is Type R Bomb. You know, this is my first video on YouTube. I think it's kind of stupid, but you know, thick F30, my bro, he's like, you know, why not do it? You could be a millionaire in a year. I was like, well, what the hell? Why not? So here's a video of my interior of my Type R. You know, it's just like everyone else's Type R. It's got seats, it's got a steering wheel, it's got a screen, it's got all this child protective stuff because I got 2 kids and they beat the hell out of the car all the time. So I got a couple car seats in the back, you know, this and that. But yeah. But I guess the point of this video is just the positives of this car. I had a Focus RS right before this, and I was rear-ended, and it was kind of a disappointment because I actually bought it in June of 2017, and in September of 2018, this past year, I was sitting at the stoplight, and next thing you know, I get plowed into by a guy that's texting and driving. So poof, there that goes. And I actually got that car for a killer deal. It was a stealth gray. Everyone was like, you know, marking them up over sticker, and it was like, you know, no, you won't find one under sticker, you won't find one under sticker. I was like, yeah, I will. And so I called around. Finally, I found one. I ended up paying $38,500 out the door for the vehicle. That's out the door, that's taxes, tag, everything. And yeah, which was a pretty amazing deal. So when I was hit, I was bummed. I was like, you know, there's no way insurance is gonna basically screw me over. I'm not gonna get anything for the car. But long story short, after about a month and a half of going back and forth and them, you know, checking out the vehicle, I get a phone call and they're like, oh, well, we've assessed your car, we figured out what your car's worth, and we know what you're gonna give you. And so in my head, I'm thinking like, oh, they're gonna give me like $33K, you know, I'm gonna lose, you know, 5, you know, whatever, you know, $5K on the car. So I go, okay, so what, you know, what are you guys able to do? And she tells me 37,150. And I said, in my head, I wanted to be like, holy, you know, wow, you know, that's impressive, because I basically lost what, $1,400, $1,300. So basically, I paid $1,300 to drive a Focus RS for a little over a year. But you know, trying to scheme the system a little bit, I was like, well, is that the best you can do? This is a rare car. Can you do anything better? And they're like, well, do you have any mods in the car, or you know, is there anything, you know, anything that you bought that you know, you can maybe, you know, let us know that you can maybe get some more value. So I told them, you know, I had 10 on the vehicle and some other things, and so they ended up giving me a couple extra $100 over that. So I ended up walking away with 37 and some change. So even before the RS, I wanted to get a Type R, but they were just coming out and everyone was marking them up like, you know, 5 to 10K over MSRP, which I thought was like absolutely outrageous. And you know, same kind of story as the RS. And so I was like, you know, I'm gonna go with the RS because I found that deal. So after this happened, I get the check. For the, you know, the total RS, I was like, you know, I'm gonna find a Type R. You know, I'm gonna look around, I'm gonna find one. So I set a goal, and I called, I would probably say 15 different Honda dealerships in about 150 mile radius. All of them were saying, oh, we're at, you know, 3,000 over, you know, over sticker, we're at 5,000 over sticker. Honda Concord here in Charlotte wants like 54K for one, like out the door. I was like, if you spend more than 50K for a Type R, you need to be wearing a helmet, because you need special treatment. But so I was like, you know, let me, you know, I got on cars.com, searched around. So I wake up one morning, get on cars.com, and I see a gray one, and I was like, well, I haven't seen a lot of gray ones. I saw a lot of championship white, a lot of the Aegean blues, you know, a few of the red ones, and so I called this dealership, which was Honda Columbia, and so this guy named Ethan gets on the phone, and Ethan goes, hey, you know, so, you know, this and that, we chat back and forth. I go, yeah, I'm looking for a Type R, and, you know, I don't really want to go back and forth. I don't want to, you know, haggle back and forth. I don't want to deal with this mess. So I said, you know, I want a Type R for sticker. If you could do it, I'll come buy the car today. If you can't, no worries, I'll move on. He said, well, we don't mock up our Type Rs. We're a family dealership. We sell the cars as is. You know, obviously you have to pay tax above that. And I said, no problem. So I ended up getting a 2018 Type R, which was the one I'm in right now. It was 35. It was 35.6, and then after taxes, I had to pay in Charlotte, which were an extra, I think it was like $700-800. So I ended up paying around $3,600 for the vehicle, which is pretty unbelievable considering most people are paying, you know, quite a bit more than that. So I mean, I was like mind blown. So once he told me that, I literally got in the car. I Ubered from Charlotte to Columbia, South Carolina, picked up the car on October 4th, which was my wife and I's anniversary. She was, you know, of course, thrilled because I'm going to pick up a car on our anniversary. But, you know, she was like, you know, whatever. You know, I deserve it. You know, she gets everything. You know, she drives a nice X5. All I want is a Honda Civic. You know, that's all it is. It's just a Honda Civic. And so I hopped in the car. Uber down there is actually only $90 for the Uber ride. I get there, do the paperwork, hop in the car, and haven't looked back since. It was the best purchase I've ever made. I've had a lot of different cars. I've had a Porsche Macan GTS. I've had an Audi S3. I've had an E90 M3. I've had an X5. I've had a 330i with performance package ZHP. I've had what am I missing here? A Focus RS. Yeah, I've had my first car ever was a C43 AMG Mercedes. So I've had a long list of very, you know, very amazing special cars. And out of all of those vehicles, this is by far the most fun, precise, most amazing vehicle I've driven so far. It handles, it does everything basically the way I think a car should do it. The only downside is the fact that it's not all-wheel drive. If it was all-wheel drive, it would be 100 out of 100. But you know, I can live with the front-wheel drive. You know, it's got enough grip. I put bigger wheels on it, better tires, and it really helped with the grip. But it's got more room than the RS. It's got about 3 inches more legroom in the rear, which my girls love. The hatch has more room. The seats, just everything about this car is just like it's ideal. It's exactly what I would want in a vehicle. And I did that little Honda hack deal, which is pretty sweet. So I got Netflix and all those fun apps in the little screen here. But yeah, so I got it October 4th this past year. It's now January 4th, so a little over 3 months I've had the vehicle. I've already done modless. Let's see, I've already did this. Let me flip it around here. I did a Dream Suede. Did the Dream Suede shift boot. If you can check it out. Did a Dream Suede shift boot, which is suede, amazing quality. I did, this is the what's the company? Racing shift knob. It's about 2 pounds. It's amazing. It just, you know, it helps the gear, the car's dropping a gear. It's a great purchase. I got a V1, which I've actually had, you can see up here, a Valentine 1 radar detector. I've had one of those actually in every car. my first one I ever got one back in about, I think it was the year 2001. I bought my first one, and it's in my wife's car. And I got it updated, which is awesome. If you're interested in a radar detector, Valentine one is amazing, because you can send your old models in. Like if you had one as old as mine, over 10-15 years old, they'll put the new guts in it, meaning all the new software, and then send it back to you. So you basically got, you know, all the new technology. And what's amazing is they haven't changed the body. So it's basically a timeless body. I've never heard of a company never changing the look of a radar detector. It's the exact same style it's been for the past, I think they've been making them over 20 years, so maybe longer than that. It's amazing. So I got that. Interior wise, that's about it. You know, just the dream knob, the dream shift boot, the shift knob, and that's, you know, some car seats and some crap like that. I can go around and show you guys some other stuff. So I'll do a quick little rundown of my mods I've done so far. I did the ultra legrow wheels in bronze. I did the EVS tuning carbon spoiler, which is way more aggressive than the OEM one. Looks pretty good. I got it from PRL Motorsports. So from the front, I did you know, full paint protection, PPF over the full front, all the way back to the fenders, headlights, fog lights, everything. The carbon fiber mirror shells. I did this nice Type R handle sticker, which probably gave me about 15 horsepower. But I did a PRL intake tube. I did a Canon drop-in filter. I did the AFU power module, which a lot of people hate on, but I think work awesome for the price. And I ran that into the car, like you can adjust the performance of the module, but I just leave it in max performance. And I ran that into the under the pedal area of the car. But yeah, that's about it. Mod list so far, and check back. And don't forget to subscribe, and yeah, don't forget to follow my channel, Type R Bum. Later.